Welcome to New Horizon Channel. Today we bring you the latest updates from the Middle East. The situation continues to escalate with the Israeli military intensifying its airstrikes on various targets in the Gaza Strip, resulting in destruction and an alarming number of casualties. The armed wing of Hamas, the Al-Qassam brigades, reported an intense encounter with Israeli forces in the eastern part of Khan Yunis, following a minor breach of the Gaza border by Israeli soldiers. This clash took a heavy toll on Israeli machinery, with 2 bulldozers and a tank being annihilated, compelling Israeli forces to beat a retreat. Amid the ongoing turbulence, the northern areas under Hamas control are under the threat of additional airstrikes from Israel as the risk of a wider escalation persists. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to monitor the situation in the region. Ismail Hani received a phone call from Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Abdullahian, late on October 22 to discuss how to use all available means to prevent attacks by Israel and the situation in Gaza. They also discussed the latest developments related to Israel's attacks on Gaza. Hamas stated through the Telegram messaging platform that Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said that Tehran was not involved in Hamas's attacks on Israel on October 10, but praised the attack. The Iranian Foreign Ministry at the United Nations also affirmed its support for Palestine, while clarifying that it did not participate in Palestine's response because it was carried out solely by Palestine's authorities. Currently, there is no direct evidence indicating Iran's involvement in these attacks, but Washington believes that Iran is clearly an ally in Hamas's attacks on Israel. In a related development, a senior Israeli official stated that there would be no ceasefire in Gaza, despite negotiations for a prisoner exchange taking place. The official told CNN that there would be no cessation of hostilities in Gaza, as the US and Qatar are working to secure the release of over 200 hostages held by Hamas there. The official also said they were unaware of the US call for a ceasefire on the Israeli side. Both Israel and the US want all hostages to be released as quickly as possible. He added that humanitarian efforts should not hinder Israel's mission to eliminate Hamas. On the other hand, the armed wing of Hamas, the Al-Qassam brigades, reported on October 22 that they clashed with the Israeli military inside Gaza. This confrontation was possibly one of the first clashes between the two sides on the ground inside Gaza. Hamas reported that their fighters destroyed 2 Israeli bulldozers and a tank in an ambush, forcing the Israeli military to withdraw into Israeli territory. The Israeli Defense Forces stated that shots were fired at IDF soldiers operating in the western Khan Yunis area. According to Palestinian health authorities, the total number of casualties in Gaza has now risen to 4,651 deaths, and over 14,245 injuries. The situation in Gaza is dire, as the region faces heavy Israeli airstrikes and blockades, leading to shortages of essential supplies such as food, water, and medicine. Several world leaders, including the United States, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and the UK, issued a joint statement concerning the conflict between Israel and Hamas. They welcomed the release of 2 hostages and called for the immediate release of all remaining hostages. The leaders emphasized their commitment to working together to prevent a widespread escalation and maintain stability in the Middle East, with a focus on achieving a long-term political solution. It is essential to note that the situation is evolving rapidly, and information may change. Multiple sources should be consulted for a comprehensive understanding of the ongoing events in the region. The international and regional communities have repeatedly urged Israel to deliver essential humanitarian aid to this territory to alleviate the humanitarian disaster for the Palestinian people here. An international peace summit was held in Egypt on October 21 to discuss measures to de-escalate the situation in Gaza, achieve a ceasefire agreement, and progress toward resolving the long-standing conflict. During the conference, the Prime Minister of Greece, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, argued that a peace settlement for the Israel-Palestine conflict should be resumed based on a 2-state solution. Mitsotakis also stressed that no military intervention could replace a feasible political solution. At the same conference, Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud expressed his opposition to Israel's forceful evacuation efforts of the people of Gaza. Meanwhile, UK Foreign Secretary James Cleverly mentioned that he has conveyed to the Israeli government their obligation to act in line with international law and protect the lives of civilians in Gaza. Also, on the same day, Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni emphasized that the international community must avoid an escalation of the conflict between Israel and Hamas. She also proposed a roadmap toward a 2-state solution. The root cause of the current conflict between Israel and Hamas, as highlighted by Angerini Noy, is the failure to establish an independent state for the Palestinian people. From the United States, President Joe Biden and leaders of the European Union, EU, issued messages of solidarity regarding the Israel-Hamas conflict. They emphasized not only the official authorities, but also a host of prominent Hollywood stars, including actress Kate Winslet, actor Juan Fiss, and TV actor Rami Joseph, who sent a letter to President Biden urging him to call for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Unleash the thrill of competition with Hello 5 SEC. Experience the rush, the challenge, the victory. It's not just a game, it's a lifestyle. Join the arena today.